Donuts here. I've got several upgrades today. First and obvious are the Proline Shockwave tires that I've got on it now. They make it about 18.5 inches from the original 16.5, so almost about the same width as a Arrma Creighton at this point. The diameter of these Shockwaves really isn't that much of a change from the original wheels and tires. It's really only about a 1/4 inch at most in diameter, so it should have minimal effect. The F11 wheels that they come on have a 1/2 inch offset, which does push them out. And if anybody is wondering about clearance issues, it actually pushes the inside edge of the wheel and tire out maybe an 1/8, 3/16 of an inch at most. So no clearance issues at all. Next, I did go ahead and tape the underside of the body at the rear a couple layers, and up towards the front a couple layers, and even a third small layer right where the top of the shock caps tend to push into the body. I've got that taken care of. And saw in a previous video I actually did already install this RPM rear skid. And that worked out pretty well. That's RPM part number 81442. Also today I'll be going ahead and installing the T-bone front bumper slash skid. And they actually spec this one for the Typhon. It's just a little bit smaller than the one that they technically spec for this model, but I think it'll look a little bit better. Definitely a little bit different type of plastic, the T-bone versus the RPM. The T-bone seems to have quite a bit more fiber reinforcement to it. They both have this little indentation here that sticks out from the bottom chassis plate for the pinion clearance here. I do like the way the RPM sits on the chassis a bit better, because where the T-bone here is just flat where the screw holes are, that RPM one actually has little raised indentions that actually sit inside of the taper holes. We'll see how they both work though when I get this one on here, and I'll put this one on here in a little bit. Also, I've gone ahead and I was gonna do a Castle Creations cooling fan on this motor here, but came across this Horizon Hobby Dynamite one, which looked about exact same size and a few bucks less, so I'll go ahead and try this one out. Wasn't much to installing it, just 2 zip ties is all that holds it on there, and then it was just a simple matter of routing the wire. I would have liked if the wire was just even an inch longer, would have been great. That way I could have run it around the ESC here and followed the servo wiring. As it was just short enough that it had to run up over the top of the ESC here. And go ahead and get started installing the front bumper here. And all it is just a 2.5 millimeter Allen. These 4 screws, that's all that comes out, and they give you a package of 4 screws here, which will be just maybe an 1/8 of an inch longer than the ones that are in there now. And those are just going into plastic, so don't need any Loctite. Yeah, there you can see, if I can hold on to it, maybe an 1/8 of an inch longer. Depending on which one of these skids holds up better over time, the RPM or the T-bone here will determine whether I get another matching rear T-bone skid. I don't think T-bone actually has just a skid. They have a skid slash small rear bumper, which I really wasn't looking for, but if the T-bone seems to hold up better, then I'll switch that one out, or vice versa. The only reason I didn't get the matching RPM front when I got the RPM rear was it was on back order at the time when I was looking for it. And got something, a little bit of dirt in that one. And I'll wait till I get all 4 of these in here, till I snug them down. Just double check these screws again. I'm snug but not too tight. They are just going into plastic. And that's it. Make sure you don't throw your screws out. You never know when you might need them. And take a look at it, see what it looks like with the body back on it. And that's it for this installment. Thanks for watching. Next, be following up with some runtime with these Proline tires on it, and see how those perform compared to the stock tires that came on it. Thanks for watching.